Hey. Hi, buddy.
Hey, what's happening, man?
We're back.
It's been a minute or 10, 15,
Weeks.
25 days.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
How's everybody doing out there? It feels good to be back.
Yeah, I hope people are tuning in. I hope we haven't lost everyone.
Come on. Come on.
Maybe like we were just talking before we went live. Maybe it's just summer. Everyone's busy in summer. Like, we're super busy. So when the weather gets bad, people are less likely to be outside. They're more likely to be hanging inside with us.
Perhaps.
So it's possible.
Speaking of us, since it's been so long, I'm B.
I'm Tom.
Yeah, and we are Low Expectations, where the beer is mostly great.
Almost always.
And we are mostly not.
No,
Yeah,
especially because we're super out of practice.
Whoa!
I know we have a screen in front of us that you can't see that I have normally filled with information. I don't remember what we put up there. So now it's just a blank screen because I don't know what we're supposed to put up there.
Like if this screen had a sound, it would sound like wah, 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 and there'd
like
just be a tumbleweed blowing through.
Yeah, I put the live chat up there. We usually do that, but then the rest I don't know. There's usually more stuff up there.
Yeah, like notes and games and all kinds of stuff. Mm-hmm. But, so tonight we're going to see how it goes, but we were bound and determined because we just felt like we needed to reconnect with the people. Right, Tom?
Absolutely. And we honestly, I miss this. I miss doing it. Yeah. But I also currently am missing sitting on my boat. So there's that weird summer balance, the
yin and the yang.
Back. Yeah.
The Franks and the Beans.
Yeah, I hope next week there's a chance we're going to be live, but there's also a chance that we're going to play my favorite pre-recorded episode, which would be Shandy Shorts 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Shandy Shorts 2. I think was one of the funniest things we've ever done. It was really funny, and we had a great time doing it. So
I don't know how funny it was, but we had a heck of a good time doing it. I'm just going to say that.
So we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll be live again next week. Maybe it'll be an awesome Shandy short.
Maybe. I like your shirt, buddy.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Made it on the cricket.
And forever, I thought that was called a cry cut. I'm going to be honest.
I fight calling it a cry cut all the time, but when we got it, it has like these little antennas on it. Oh. So you look at it and you're like, oh my God, they really want you to say cricket. So I call it a cricket now. But.
And this is the Golden Hop shirt. Beep, beep, from an Icelandic brewery. My niece went to Iceland.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And all she brought me back was this t-shirt.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, what do you got?
We need to cover some business first.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I saw B in the basement, and there have been some presents here waiting for him that he didn't know about. So I gave him his presents, and I also got presents. We have fans that send us stuff or give us presents.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, so
awesome.
We each got one of these. Grab one and show everybody.
A
U.S. beer cap map. So we're gonna have to. I think I'm gonna make it all stouts.
Whoa.
Wouldn't that be super cool?
What?
So mine's gonna be all stouts of the country.
He didn't hit me with this earlier. He was just like, "Hey, we got some cool presents." But I didn't know there were rules attached.
No, I'm just
it.
gonna do for mine. Like for mine, I'm gonna try and go just for stouts. It'll be fun.
All stout bottles?
Yeah. Anyway, thank you to Blaine for giving those to us. We will definitely use them. We appreciate them very much.
Blame it on the Blaine.
And Marilyn, another friend, fan, watcher, was playing on her cricket, and she made us some awesome mugs. So we have these huge kegger mugs, and I don't know if you can read them from there.
Yeah.
Mine says, "I never met a beer I didn't like." The one I'm holding, we haven't decided who gets what.
And mine is, there is always time for another beer.
Yeah.
So, Marilyn, cheers.
Cheers. Thank you so much. Next time we have a keg, I'm going to fill this puppy up just to the tippy top and drink one for you.
Tippity top. Speaking of a keg, can I talk about something for a second?
You should talk about something.
All right. So, in case you haven't noticed, and I'm about to send invites out to everybody, August 14th. August 14th, we're doing a little block party. It's kind of like a mad scramble of a block party. It's here, it's there, it's everywhere. I want to kind of pattern it on what we did at Round Guys. If you're at Round Guys, if you weren't at Round Guys, About 30 of us showed up. We had an amazing time. This time it's going to be different in the fact that it is going to be at Imprint Brewing Company in Hatfield, PA. I will put up all the information. You'll notice that I named it a goodbye to Junior or Junior's goodbye. If you guys don't know this by now, I have a little side hustle. I work at a brewery called Imprint Brewing, and they were kind enough to employ my college-age son. My college-age son is heading back. His very last shift is August 14th, and that is the last time he'll be working, so I thought what a great way to get everybody in. If you have never had Imprint beer, it is really good beer, and it's a really cool space. And
awesome space.
If I can pull off what I want to pull off, there may or may not be a keg involved.
And I'm fond of the owners too.
Yeah, everything's great.
Them.
Everything's great there. So August 14th, please circle it on your calendar. I and Tom would love to see you there, hanging out with us, having some brewskis.
Yeah, I am scheduled to be somewhere else that day, but I'm working on it. I'm trying. Let's get into that first beer. What do you think?
Yeah, go.
This is Complainerson's most... he is not happy about this.
He's always making me stuff I don't want to drink.
I got to tell you, when I was on vacation last week, I killed a case of this, except for just a couple cans that I managed to get back home. It is a fantastic flavored beverage. It's crispy. It's wonderful. So we're going to see what B thinks of... Switch to the pour cam. Busch Light Apple. It was really hard to get your hands on last year around here. I found some Busch Light Apple. Let's go for a crack. Sounded all right. A little over-carb sound there, but we'll see how it goes. And I'm going to be pouring today in a glass from Tennessee. This is from Zool Brewing. Zool Brewing in Knoxville, Tennessee. My favorite brewery when we were out there was definitely Zool, so I grabbed myself a little taster from there. Oh, look at that. Bubbly, sudsy, clear... crispy pour. Oh, it's gonna be delicious. Here you go, B. Try some of that for yourself.
I'm super excited to try some of this Blapple.
It comes in at a 4.1%, so crushable all day long. And oddly enough, it's rated 3.42 on UnTappd. And I'm giving away the UnTappd score because I accidentally revealed the UnTappd scores to B.
I was gonna do really good at the game tonight.
So we can't play the UnTappd game with B tonight, but we have a lot to talk about anyway.
It smells appley.
It smells a little funny, but taste it. It tastes wonderful.
So how do you, not to be combative, but how do you balance this with your hate of big beer?
Good question. So I needed something very light, and it's really hard. Thank you for the graphic there. It's really hard. Really, really hard for me to buy something made by Anheuser-Busch InBev. AB InBev, as you can see on your screen, has taken over hundreds of breweries. Some that you may know are down there. Some ones I really used to love, like used to love Elysian, Goose Island, Labatt, Platform, Wicked Weed, and then Stella. There's so many breweries that you don't realize are owned by this humongous conglomerate that do their best to squash craft brewery out of the shelves of beer distributors and grocery stores and everywhere else. Sometimes, once in a while, I will drink some of their beers. I try not to. I really try to never drink their beers. But this one is really, really good. And I needed something really light. And the selection in Tennessee is not good. There's almost no craft on the shelves at all. It's all AB InBev on the shelves. They've taken over everything. So I didn't have much choice, but when I saw it, I did get excited because the choice I had to make was this. So,
but how do you feel about that? Because I'll lead up to this question, and this is completely off script. Sorry about this. Tired Hands, off-brand, Little Log Cabin, released a beer the other day that looked absolutely delicious. And I wanted it, and I wanted it, and I wanted it. but I was conflicted because of what a dick Gene is.
Yeah, and I know for a fact that is. I've been told. I'm sorry, I can't say I know for a fact. I've been told that Little Log Cabin is Gene's baby. Like that's his little side brew. So I definitely won't buy any of that. And unfortunately, I'm sorry for the people who are still working for Tired Hands, but you know, I put my dollar where I think where it deserves to go. And Tired Hands right now is not one of those places, because even though Gene has stepped back, he's still
making the money.
He's still sitting back collecting the money.
Is it the same? Is it similar though? Is it like
Tired Hands is not a huge, crazy, giant company that's trying to take over and push other places out of the craft market.
But I know that they're not the same. But is it kind of?
Did
you go through the same struggle? Because
absolutely.
I went through the struggle, and eventually I opted not to get any, and it hurt me. But I didn't feel great about my decision. I was just super sad.
Yeah. I don't want to give Busch my money all the time. I won't do it. Once in a while, this is maybe once or twice a year. I'll spend the $17.
And if I'm being honest, I spent during that time that most people wish we would not talk of, which is pumpkin beer time. I absolutely buy Elysian pumpkin beers. I do, because I love them, and there's nostalgia involved, and I do it.
If you were to look at what I spend on beer in a year, and what I spend on
Nate, where's that graphic?
It's just a giant circle with a little tiny slit. So you've got if you took a percentage of what I spend, what I give to AB InBev compared to what I give to True Craft and the money that I spend there, I would guess it's less than 3 or 4%.
This is less me questioning you than more of me just commiserating. I was like sad the other day. I was like, I really want that beer. I wish they weren't such jerks. I really.
Yeah, you wanted it. You were talking about it.
I did.
So anyway, what did you think about this beer?
It's
gone. It went down real fast.
Because there's nothing to it.
It's delicious though,
it's
right?
Slightly apple.
Nice little apple. It's like a slight little apple Jolly Rancher.
I can't gush about this beer. It's just
crispy, and delicious. Nathan hates it.
Meh. It's meh.
Right? You hated this one, Nate, right? Yeah. I got him to try some. He hated it, so I'll just finish the whole thing.
Get apples out of a vending machine.
Sometimes you can, but
so Busch Light Apple. I just had to squeeze it in there because
I see what you did there.
I knew you
had
would
to
hate
squeeze it in there.
I knew you would hate it, so I didn't think you would hate it. I thought you would say, "All right, I could drink."
No,
this.
Tom fully got out of this what he wanted to get out of this, which was to make me disgruntled that I had to drink this, and I drank it, and he's happy.
If it was at a party and that was in a cooler, I'd honestly be like, sweet, I can drink this all day.
And if there were anything else in the cooler other than that, I'd be like, I'll pass. Because it was just meh. I would much rather drink a shandy. Much rather. Oh, shandy story, real quick. We were up in New York. We were at this bar. I was just on vacation, too.
Uh-huh.
So we were up near Lake Ontario. And we were in a bar. And I look over at the bar taps, and I'm like, is there anything over there I can drink? I'm trying to read the taps, and I'm like, I think that tap says Leinenkugel. So the girl comes up, and God bless this girl. The bar was slammed. It probably had table seating for 60 and bar seating for like 15, 20. And it was 3/4 full. And she was working the place by herself. She was bartending, she was waitressing, she was amazing. So I want to throw that out there in the beginning. But she came up to the bar and she goes, "Do you want something to drink?" And I'm like, "Yeah, can I get a Leinenkugel?" And she looks at me like this. "A what?" And I'm like, "Can I get a Leinenkugel?" She goes, "I don't even know what that is." And I'm like, "A shandy?" She's like, "Oh yeah, I can get you a shandy." I'm like,
I don't even know what that is. I've heard that people call it, even their website, it's called Liney. Their website is like liney.com. It's not Leinenkugel. So maybe if you said Liney.
the tap handle said Leinenkugel.
Oh yeah, but if she knows it as Liney.
Okay. Okay. I just did a face palm and said, thank you.
Okay.
Moving on?
I gotcha. Yeah, we should move on from that. I don't want to spend any more time talking about
you don't want to
breweries
do a, you don't want to do a long
support.
Rambling show tonight? You want a tightly focused show tonight?
I just don't want to talk about breweries I don't want to support. We can ramble on all this goofy fun stuff that I took notes on.
Okay.
But so notes. I called tonight's episode B called it RVA Rewind, which was really good. And then I didn't notice that he did, so I called it Little Tiny Notes on RVA because
I didn't even notice we called it
the entire time.
Oh, this. All right, so I got to do a mea culpa here. The entire time we were at Richmond, Tom had the little notebook out. Did you show him the cover?
Yeah.
Okay. He had the little Bumble notebook out. Oh, look at him. I like
pages of notes. Just pages and pages.
Yeah. He had this out everywhere, and he's jotting stuff down, and I busted his balls relentlessly about this. But damn if it doesn't work, because we're back here, and he's like, yeah, did you remember that? I'm like, we did what? And he's like, did you get? And I'm like, huh? So
yeah, it's all those things that you're like, oh, this is so fun in the moment. I got to grab that. So I just like jot down a little note. There's a couple in there. There was 2 or 3 in there that I have no idea what they said. I'm like, I don't know what that means. What? We're just gonna skip that one. And I never talked to you about them. But
you put the dime in the coconut. What is that?
But keeping all these little tiny notes the whole entire time. It was Richmond, Virginia. The Richmond, Virginia trip was absolutely incredible. It was not in any way a vacation. It was one of the most exhausting things I've ever done.
It was work.
I could not wait to get home so I could rest. It was unreal. Had to hit everything, had to do everything, had to hit everything a second or a third time. Like, it was wild, and it was wonderful. Don't get me wrong, I loved every bit of it. Almost every bit of it. But it was insanity, and I'm so glad that I took all the little tiny notes. Hey, David, thanks for watching. We have one watcher.
Oh, my.
Woo!
Yikes.
Right. Busch is good for hunting. Their cans come in blaze orange in the wintertime.
So you don't get shot?
You can hunt deer safely while you're drinking.
All right, so Thursday
of Virginia.
Right.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Back to it. Tom and 2 other friends roll over to my house. 10-ish, 10:30?
Yeah, about 10.
We all roll into the car, and we drive down. Drive down was great. No problemo, mi amigo. And our first stop was...
the drive down was great, except for a couple a-holes. Yeah, there's one of the drives down.
Pew, pew, pew!
As Maddie K. Lages in the back there. Except for some of the jerks who decided to give us terrible songs to listen to.
Oh, yeah.
In our
worst playlist ever.
I took a video of almost every song of us listening to it. And I will post those throughout the week this week, or maybe I'll just put them all together in one giant post. They'll be all up so you can watch those short clips. There's a couple good ones. There's a couple sick bastards in this group. Yeah. Really sick people. There's just, overall, half the songs were good and the other half were horrible.
I should make that playlist public and share it to Spotify so that all of you can experience our pain listening to it. And we got in the car and Tom's like, you're really going to do this? And I'm like, yeah, the first 10 songs of the trip are going to be what they put. And it was brutal.
Zach's here. Zach's with us too. What's happening, Zach? Long time no see. Zach, I still owe you that Aslan Stout. So if you're bored tonight, stop by. I'm going to the lake again early tomorrow morning. So it's there. It's down. It's over here.
All right. So after we got through the playlist, the drive down wasn't so bad. Please cut me off if you've got other graphics that you need to display.
And then there was this.
Not in the car.
Definitely not in the car. No.
Not in the car. We didn't crack a single beer until we got to Alexandria, Virginia?
Correct. So we got to Alexandria, Virginia at Aslan.
And we made a little stop at Aslan Brewing.
So let's open this next beer.
Talk about
it. Continue from Aslan. Okay. So this second beer I brought back from Tennessee. I bought it at the grocery store. It's from Blackhorse Brewery in Tennessee. It is a vanilla cream ale. I am a sucker for the cream ales. Everybody knows that. Let me turn that light just a little. There we go. I'm a sucker for cream ales. So I got this vanilla cream ale. It did not disappoint. It is incredible. I've had it. B hasn't. The guy in the grocery store who was stocking the shelves said, if you're buying that, you need to buy this milk stout that's by another Tennessee brewery that we're not going to have tonight and mix the two. Make like a black and tan with the two.
Brilliant.
It was fantastic.
Just a random dude stocking the shelves.
Stocking the shelves. Chocolate milk stout with a vanilla cream ale. And it was a delicious black and tan. It was really, really good. But this cream ale in itself is one of the better cream ales I've had. Really, really enjoyable. There you go, Blackhorse, 3 locations. It's actually a veteran, used to be a helicopter pilot, started the brewery. And now he's got, I think, a couple locations. Smells beautiful.
I get a little bit of vanilla in the nose, but that's about it. That's about it.
This is something that our friend Justin, who loves vanilla, would be crazy for. Isn't that nice?
Super light with just a touch of vanilla.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's a cream ale.
I was worried that it was going to be vanilla-y because there's nothing in a cream ale to hold up against any big flavor.
There isn't. No, I think there's a touch of it in there, and it's a nice creamy vanilla. I think probably because of the cream ale. Like it's a nice combo. It makes me want to brew my cream ale recipe and then condition on some vanilla beans because I really like the way this tastes.
Can we throw some orange in there, too, and make a creamsicle vanilla cream ale?
Oh, see, I think we're going too heavy there.
Do you?
I think we're going too much.
I want a creamsicle beer.
But anyway, Blackhorse Brewing, very nice. Vanilla cream ale. You have to continue from Aslan. So we stop at Aslan.
I'm driving, so I only had one beer. These guys did a tour of most of the stouts and maybe an IPA or two.
I bought all the stouts. Full pours of every stout.
Aslan. All right. So if we have to rate on a 5-point scale, what would you rate our Aslan experience?
Well, our Aslan experience was that's Rich Brow. That's not Aslan. So that'll come up soon. We don't have pictures of Aslan. When I say Rich Brow, I'll tell you to bring it up. Okay. The place itself is incredible and would be really great if I was spending some time there. But I'm never spending time there. I'm always hitting Aslan on the way to something else. So I never actually really get to sit down and enjoy myself. The experience is not that great when you're in that mode. Like, what did we have? We had 45 minutes. We need to be back on the road so we could get to the next place in time. Right? Something like that. We were on a tight schedule. So we didn't have much time. We had to hit it and get out. And when you're doing that, it's not as enjoyable as if you have a few hours there.
So if you were to rate it out of 5, what would you rate it?
I don't know. I don't know what to rate. 3? Okay. I would give it a 3, but not because it's the place's fault.
The bartender kind of sucked too.
Oh, you're right. That bartender was not nice. That bartender was not. You threw a 10 in cash in there, and she just didn't say thank you or anything. Didn't even look at it. Like, I don't want your dirty cash.
First of all, she told me I couldn't pay cash as I was getting cash out to tip her.
And I tried to do the same.
And I was like, it's okay. This is for you. So you don't get taxed on your tip. Mm-hmm. Tipping, kids. Don't get me started. Okay, so yeah, 3 out of 5. Stouts are good. I didn't really like anything else about the place. Just being honest, Tom.
I love the place. I wish I was there for some more time.
Is that where your barrel beer is at that place?
Yeah, it's supposed to be picked up
at that location.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where we went to taste the barrels and to do all that.
And I got to be honest, I think the ownership was there with a lot of the staff having a big meeting, and I kept wanting to pull my belovedness and kind of like roll over there and mix it on up.
But we didn't have time.
Didn't have time. All right. So then we hop back in the car and boom, straight down to Richmond.
missed Bloody Chainsaw. I'm sorry, Jeff. I wish we could have come. We could have
Jeff,
stopped by. He was on vacation, so we couldn't stop and visit him because he wasn't there. Next time, we'll just keep trying. But anyway, keep going.
And then we pulled into Richmond. We hit the Airbnb. We kind of dropped our stuff, knocked everything out, and then do we need to consult your notebook because you need to fact check me? I think we headed right to the answer, didn't we?
We went directly to the answer because the Airbnb is less than a block from the answer. We could walk there, so we just walked right over to the answer.
And that was the most beautiful part. I did not touch my car again until we got in at Sunday and came home. It was beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah. It was fun. Easy.
So we went over to the answer Thursday night. Did we stay there all night, Tom?
We did not. We hit a few other breweries. We went to the answer. We had some beers, had some snacks, and then left there. Did a flight or two. Left there, grabbed an Uber to one of the Vales. I don't know. I can't tell the difference.
I think we went to the OG.
We went to one of the Vales.
The OG.
And they were super disappointing. Only one stout on tap. The other beers were okay. We kind of finished up there real quick. I think we all had like one beer each. Then we left there. And was it right back to the answer?
What does the notebook say?
Well, the notebook gets a little confusing there. Because that was a little bit of a crazy night Thursday night. I wasn't taking good notes then.
Oh.
Okay, I have to stop tapping on the notes. Sorry, microphone.
Did we go to Triple Crossing Thursday or Saturday? That was Saturday, right?
Yeah, that was all Saturday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway,
I think we went back to
Thursday night. We ended up back at the answer. We went.
Oh, and I got really.
Some people had dinner.
Yeah, we ate and we just hung out and we drank some.
I went over when our friend Jeremy showed up. Went over to Mekong.
You guys went to Mekong and we stayed.
Because I had never been there, so we went over there to try that. I've never actually had pho before, so that was a new experience for me. It was okay.
This decision may or may not come back to bite him later in the weekend. Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah. So we come back and
I just made him really sad.
And so we. Doing some pours, having a great time at Answer, know that we can just walk right back to the house. Living it up because we're there. It's the first night. And B.
So it's like 11:30 midnight. It's a long day. I drove and there's all that. And plus I'm old, okay? So it's like 11:30 midnight. I'm like, I'm tired. I'm going back to the house. And I don't know, we were with, was it Jeremy Simon? I forget who we were with. And they were like, no. So the owner of the Answer, his name is An. And these guys were like, An's upstairs, he's coming down, blah, blah. And I'm like,
He's not coming down.
He's not coming down. I'm going home. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. I start walking across the parking lot.
All right, no, you were gone. So let me take over from there.
I get to the parking lot, and I'm on the street. So I'm about a block away from the house.
You were, from where I was standing on the deck by myself. Just kind of, I was having a moment where, like, I'm here. We did this. Everyone to the side of me is at tables and having a ball. Like, I'm standing here for the first time ever at the Answer. Like, I was just having that one of those super great moments where I'm like, remember this. This is a really good time. And way off in the distance, I can just see B's sneakers just disappearing off into the shadows. Like, he's gone. I'm like, this is really great. And then I heard something to my right, so I look over to the right of me, and no lie, this close to me, sitting right next to me, is On with a big cigar. He's like, "Hey!" I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like, almost just
gushing. You were gushing.
Just filled my pants. I was like, "Oh my god!" Oh my god, guys, it's. I was like, "Dude," he's like, I saw you guys on the camera. I came down to hang out. I was like, oh man, this is awesome. I was like, B's not gonna believe us. Like, somebody text B. So they texted him. He didn't believe us.
No,
he's like, no, I'm still.
They
lying.
texted me, and I get, yo, On came down. I'm like, nah, I'm too old to fall for that trick. I'm just gonna keep going. And then they FaceTime me, and they're like, yo, I told you he's here. I'm like, I'm going to bed, guys. Good night. And then somebody must have handed on the phone, and he's like, "Beloved," and I'm like, all right, I'm coming back.
So that ended up being a very late night.
Yes,
sitting
it was
outside.
a very late night.
It was really fun.
We had a lot of fun.
It was awesome to meet on. He called me a giant, a diabetic
giant, because he watched Tom drink all the stouts.
No, I drank 4 pours of the double German barrel-aged chocolate stout, whatever that was. And I told him, I was like, I can't get enough of this. I just keep drinking. He's like, you have 4 of those? Oh, you're diabetic now. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You're diabetic giant.
Yeah. And then he's like, well, this guy's a diabetic. He's a diabetic giant now.
This guy.
He's disappointed you, so he does this.
Oh, what a great night it was.
It was super fun. It was wonderful to meet the people there. Man, what a night. And that was just the first night.
Yeah. Getting out of the car, hanging out.
Yeah.
So then Friday rolls around.
And it's time for another beer.
Ooh, I like that.
So, another beer this one's from Kentucky, but it is from down south. We don't get it around here, although I've had it several times. And when I saw it in Tennessee, I was excited for it. It is called, yeah, we could. It is called Shotgun Wedding. It is by Country Boy Brewing. It's a brown ale aged on vanilla beans. This one is just a fantastic brown ale. My buddy Joe Atchison actually gave me this for the first time, and I really loved it. And then now every time I see it, I grab it because it's a solid beer. It's right up there as far as brown ales go. It's right up there with. Let me be quiet and crack this. That sounded good. It is right up there with Cigar City Madura. It's a really great brown ale. This one just has the vanilla bean in it. Perfect color for a brown ale. Really nice lacing, good head. It's a very solid beer. And as far as Country Boy Brewing goes, this is one of their like 2 or 3 staples that they brew all the time. They've just recently expanded to be the largest production brewery in, I forgot I need to mute my computer, largest production brewery in Kentucky. So they are now, you're not going to get any more of that. They are now going to be able to produce a few more different cans of stuff that they make. But this one is just really solid beer. I love this one. Brown ale with vanilla.
Yeah.
Doesn't do it for you.
Yeah.
I love it.
Brown ales in general are just.
I really appreciate brown ales for their simplicity, and when you can pick out that beautiful roastiness, that beautiful backbone of roastiness.
I get a little bit of that, and when I'm rocking it back and forth, it's got nice lacing and. It's got a nice carb level because I brought the head right back again.
Maybe I just love brown ales because they're super easy to brew, and they're kind of hard to mess up. But I have a thing for brown ales. I really like what's Nut Brown? What's that one?
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Great brown ales are great. I love them. So anyway, Friday morning we go to breakfast.
Super excited about going to this place a friend told us about. It's called Fancy Biscuit. And we get down there, we wander around. Hard time figuring out which is actually a place.
We went into like a souvenir shop before.
You got any biscuits in here?
No, it was like a candy shop or something. Anyway, we were confused.
We're from up north. We finally found the biscuit joint. We go inside, we look at the menu, we're like, oh, this looks awesome. We get our food. Food's really good. A ton of food.
Really good.
Chow down.
How many? There was 4 of us there, right?
Me, you, Matt. Who was there? What, Justin? Yeah, Justin came. So
4 of us. 4 of us there.
And I got biscuit and sausage gravy and some grits.
And I got biscuit and sausage gravy. And Justin got biscuit and sausage gravy. And Jeremy, we got to-go biscuit and sausage gravy. And Matt got biscuit and sausage gravy. Okay, continue.
Okay, so throw down breakfast, head back to the place. No, we went grocery shopping afterwards.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. go grocery shopping because we hadn't really laid in any supplies yet because we went right to the bar as soon as we got there. Loaded up all our groceries, got back home, and then settled in back home. It's like, I don't know, like noon-ish. And all of a sudden, hell was unleashed in my intestinal tract. I felt like I was dying. I was curled into a ball, and I probably just laid there and moaned for 4 or 5 hours. It was brutal. I think these guys got the fancy biscuits, and I got the poison biscuit. I think. I don't know what happened. That's all I got. I missed the entire day Saturday.
So, we're not going to call this a hangover.
It wasn't a hangover. I was fine.
We're going to call this 1 out of 68 biscuits made that morning. One of them was poisoned.
Dude, I don't know what you want me to tell you, man. I was miserable. I was popping every over-the-counter medication I could, trying to alleviate my extreme intestinal distress.
Maybe it was the grits. You're the only one who had the grits.
I don't know, man. It was bad.
Yeah. Either way, B was out of commission on Saturday.
Not all day.
Most of the day.
I rebounded at night.
That's why you're going to see a picture or two without B.
Yeah, they were without me all day Saturday. What'd you guys do Saturday?
We hit 1 or 2 breweries. We went to 1 or 2. One of my favorites was Final Gravity.
It's one of my favorites.
Final Gravity is a fairly large place. Really, really nice beers. We really enjoyed the beers there. We enjoyed the people there. We enjoyed the atmosphere. And next door was a place called just Virginia Barbecue, right? It's just called Virginia Barbecue. And that's a very unassuming little tiny strip mall place. That barbecue was fantastic. The prices were cheap. We grabbed our food and took it back over to Final Gravity.
Everything I love.
Just had a really, really great time at Final Gravity. Loved it there.
Let me say one more thing about Final Gravity before you move on.
Okay.
I found Final Gravity because a year or two earlier, the brewery that I work for went down to do a collab with The Answer. And we were brewing with the brewers. And I said to when we were sitting around waiting, I said, if you guys weren't going to drink here, where in town would you go and drink? And they didn't even hesitate a beat. They said, we go to Final Gravity, eat some barbecue, and drink some of them awesome IPAs. And that's how I found Final Gravity.
It was great. And we definitely appreciated going there and knowing that the place was there. I love that I brought some beers home from there. You know me and glasses. It is the only glass I bought the entire time we were there. I bought a taster from Final Gravity. It's absolutely incredible. It's over there on the shelf. It's one of my favorite tasters. So I'm trying to cut back on the glasses. So I only bought one glass the entire time.
I wonder if Petrov messaged and said, "Hey, I was at breakfast
He
too."
did say I was there, but you named him first.
And then he retracted it.
You said he did. It said I was there, but you said he was there. You named Matt. Yeah. You named Matt before Justin. Yep. Okay. It's okay. He just missed it. Okay. Yeah. I don't understand, but only six what? Biscuits? I don't know. I'm confused. Anyway. So we were kind of on a tight schedule on Friday because B had scheduled a share that evening, Friday night. So he had to be recovered by Friday night, and we had to be back on Friday to prepare for the share, to take care of all that. So we got back Friday and did a shrer with a bunch of strangers. To us, they were strangers. We didn't know any of these people. Some of them were really cool. Some were really not.
Let's just stick to the places.
Okay.
Let's stick to the places, get through the places, because then we can talk about our cast of characters that we ran into.
Okay.
Okay.
So, there was a share, and at one point...
But before the share, you went to one of your favorite places. Richbrow.
Was that then, or was that on Saturday? Oh, that was on Saturday on our big...
Did I miss that one, too? Yeah. How did I miss that one?
Oh, no, Friday. So it was on Friday, yeah. So on Friday, we went to one of my favorite places. Sorry, I missed that. I've got my notes out of order here. I may have been drinking when I took all those notes. So Friday, we took a chance on this place called Richbrow.
Yeah.
And nobody had ever heard of it. Nobody had ever been there. nobody had any idea. So we're like, well, let's go. Let's just go try it. So we actually went to one of the Vales that day, one of the other Vales. I'm sorry, I tapped on the bar. Sorry, Nate. And
let's see that thumbs down. Come on, Nate.
That is where we it's an enthusiastic thumbs down. So the picture that we had that Nate showed earlier, it was us at Richbrow with the old man in the background just really wanting to hang out. He told us all about Richbrow. The two people behind the bar were super nice and really filled us in. The place was small, beautiful little setup. The beers were phenomenal. Everyone at that table ended up bringing back at least one bottle or crowler from Richbrow. So we took a huge...
Including you?
Yeah. I brought like 3 or 4 bottles back.
Yeah,
yeah, they're in the back. In the cellar. Yeah, we'll get to them someday.
Because I haven't had any.
So there's a ton of really, really great beer. You did that night at the Share, we cracked one.
Oh, how about that?
So we went and just... For everyone there, these super picky people, everyone bought beer there because it was top-notch beer. It was
Very
great.
nice.
So if you ever are in Richmond and have never heard of Richbrow, stop by Richbrow and RICHBRAU, and you will probably be happy with it. They always have a Randall going, which is they pump one of their stouts through a Randall, which is... They put something in it.
It's a flavor enhancer.
Yeah, this one was chock full of Oreos. So the stout goes through Oreos and then comes through the tap. So you get a stout that's been infused with Oreos or whatever they decide to put in there.
And then you came back to the answer.
Yeah, during the Share, when it got weird, I went back to the answer and spent quite some time there.
Me too. So that was Friday. And then Saturday, my goodness, what a blockbuster of a day Saturday was. Got up again Saturday, jumped right into it, because late night Saturday, the amazing On dropped on us, hey, maybe a stout can drop in tomorrow. And we were like,
yeah.
What?
So late that night and we ended up late with On at Answer on Friday night again till early morning. He had mentioned he only said it like once. He's like, there might be a stout tomorrow morning. And we're like, what?
Because so Answer stouts are like unicorns. They're very rare. So when they drop, like it gets flooded. And this was a surprise drop. They hadn't announced it. So yeah. So I was monitoring Instagram and news dropped, and I said to these guys, that stout can just dropped. So we all...
No, I ran home. We were out. We got home. We were out somewhere like grabbing breakfast.
Oh, the diner?
You were out at the diner. And I ran home. I was like, guys, it dropped. We got to go. And there was like 3 people melted into the couch. Like, I can't move. Like, no, it dropped now. It's new.
Ran.
We got to go.
I
then people got up and ran. $1 an ounce for that stout with actual real gold flakes in it.
Screw top can?
Yeah, a little tiny 8-ounce can. You could only buy one, so it was one per person, 8 ounce. No, they're both back there.
Oh, you got 2. That's right.
Yeah, so I guess I was the first person in line, and the bartender was like, "Well, how many do you want?" 2? 2? Could I have 2? And he gave me 2, but I promised one to my friend Zach. Zach always gets these crazy whales and shares them with everybody, with all our friends. So that was like a no-brainer. I was like, Zach, I have 2. You can totally have one. So there's 2 back there, but 1 is for Zach.
I only got 1 because I put Key in charge, because I went to go fill up I ordered, and they were like discombobulated about something. Yeah. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go fill up the Giving Tree real quick, and I'll be back. And I came back, and Keen was like, can only have 1. I'm like,
only 1 or 2 of us got away with 2. But then the bartender was like, hold on, there's a limit on this? We're like, just give me my bag, let's go. Yeah, we're out of there.
So that was first thing in the morning. And then we kind of regrouped, and we went on our little adventure.
That huge walk. We walked from brewery to brewery.
Vale?
Yeah, we started at one of the other Vales. We hit one of the other Vales.
Then
that place that you like.
Vossen.
No, before Vossen, there was that. Can't remember the name of it.
Oh,
the beer was okay.
Ardent.
Ardent.
I didn't like it.
It was okay. That's what I said.
Okay.
It was okay. Yeah, nothing against it. Ardent, cool atmosphere.
Yeah, Ardent was great.
Vossen.
Then Vossen. Wait, Ardent Brewing, then Vossen Brewing.
Then Star Hill. Star Hill
Would you like
of Richmond, Virginia.
Would you like to tackle Star Hill, or would you like me to tackle Star Hill?
Is that the last picture?
Is it the last picture, Tom?
It's the crowd, like the overall crowd picture.
No.
Okay.
No, we do not have a picture of Star Hill because I think we were there for about 8 minutes.
So we walk up to Star Hill, and I'm struggling to come up with an adjective.
Big ass
Surly,
grumpy jerk.
Miserable.
Big ass grumpy jerk.
Oh.
I think it's
A bag
Is there
G.
any of that brown ale left, or should we open another?
We should open another because you can finish the brown ale.
All right, so finish your story about Star Hill, then we'll open another.
Okay. Yeah, we walk into Star Hill, and back in the day, Star Hill made some decent beers.
They had some really nice West Coast IPAs.
And we're like, oh, Star Hill, never been. We're casting our net wide down here in Richmond. We're on a groove.
We had huge success with Rich Brow. Let's keep going.
Ardent was okay.
Vossen was amazing.
I really loved Vossen. I actually had a really great time there. Some of the beers were fantastic. The staff was top notch. Everything about that place was
Petrov convinced us to go there. We were going to skip that. And Matt Petrov was like, you should try it.
Good on you, Matt.
So that was on Matt, yeah.
And then we went to Star Hill because it was on the way. And my God, if you work in the hospitality industry, you got to understand that the first impression is huge. Our first impression of Star Hill was like, he's carding everybody.
Which is okay. It's okay.
Okay.
It's a rule.
And then, what else did he do?
Shut the door. You're letting the AC out. Shut the door.
Yeah, he started yelling at us.
I mean, we're a group of like 8 people. Either let us all in or don't. Shut the door. Shut the door. I'm hot. Like yelling at us to shut the door because he's hot.
He was he was a jerk.
So, yeah. You go up and you order. You could order a custom flight. You could order a pre-made flight. We pretty much all ordered a flight.
Except me, thank God.
Yeah,
I only
you
ordered a
lucky
beer.
bastard.
I only ordered a beer.
So we ordered flights. And you know when it comes up on the iPad, you get the flight and then the 4 rectangles for the tip. No tip, 10%, 15%, 20%, whatever it might be.
Look at me. You should always tip.
So they decide to mess it up and go opposite. So where it says no tip is the highest amount of tip down to the lowest.
Instead of going left to right, they went right to left?
But not only that, there was no option for no tip. It started at 30, 25, 20. Like it was ridiculous. It was crazy high amounts. So people kind of tap through. Everybody there ended up paying almost $20 for the shittiest flight we've ever had in our lives.
The beer was god awful.
Absolute horrible beer.
I didn't finish mine.
I don't think anybody did.
I ordered a beer and I didn't finish it.
So Star Hill, shame on you. Terrible beer, terrible experience. Just we will never go there again. You got to tell your story about when you went to order your beer. Do you remember?
I do.
Okay, so
I ordered a beer and it said, it was like a Gosa or something, and it was a fruited Gosa. And I said, hey.
Yeah, it was.
I said, hey. Because in the description it just said fruited Gosa with 4 fruits.
3 fruits.
3 fruits?
3 fruits.
And I was like, what 3 fruits are in this beer? And the guy's like, man, I'm not sure. He's like, so he turns to the person he's bartending with and he goes, what 3 fruits are in this Gosa? And the guy goes, it was like Simcoe, Citra, and I can't remember what the third one is. And I just went, because those are hops, they're not fruit, and it just crystallized our experience there. That everything about that place is god awful.
Yeah, just pour it. Just pour this beer I know I'm going to be disappointed with already.
And you at home may be saying, why is B Love ordering a fruited Gosa down in Richmond? because it was like 98 degrees
so
that day,
hot.
and we were like sweating buckets, and I just wanted something light and refreshing, which nothing about Star Hill was light and refreshing.
The 3-minute walk from place to place, you would just be drenched.
Yeah, buckets.
Just totally drenched. After we left Star Hill, though,
Circuit Bar?
Circuit Bar redeemed our feeling for Richmond again. Circuit Bar is this crazy bar. They've got like one of those tap walls where there's 60 different beers on
Pay
tap.
by the ounce.
Pay by the ounce. You pour what you want. Ton of really cool arcade games. Some we were all over the place playing games, ordering their little short order food like soft pretzels and stuff. It was a really fun place for a good hour and a half. We had a great time.
It was a good brewery break.
And as soon as you walk in, there's a DeLorean painted on the wall.
It was a good time.
How can you go wrong there?
Left there, went to another Vale, hung out for a little while.
Different Vale, yep.
And then at that point, our paths diverged. Jeremy and I were like, Jeremy's like, I'm tired. I'm going home. I'm like, you know what, dude? I'm also tired.
Water, please.
I will join you. So Jeremy and I tapped out, went home, took a little nappy nap, and these guys went to Hardywood.
I love Hardywood Christmas Stout. Anything else by Hardywood I've never really had, so I couldn't tell you. I was secretly in the back of my mind, I knew it wasn't going to happen, but I was hoping I would get there and there would be like 8 bottles of really rare, hard to get Hardywood Christmas Stouts on a shelf that I could just scoop all up and have all to my own. Not the case.
Womp, womp, womp.
Bad beer. Not great atmosphere in general. Big place, really cool. There was like a high school reunion going on, or a business reunion, a bunch of people that kind of knew each other but didn't know each other, and they all had name tags on. So every time somebody with a name tag walked by, we just started talking to them like we knew them, using their name on their name tag. And they were all pretty tanked. I'm pretty sure it was open bar for them. And that was entertaining. That was a good time.
I would have tried to get
Andy, how are you? It's been so long. And they would stop and swerve around and like, do I know you? It was a good time. But what made it totally worth it, a couple of us managed to stay. More people kind of filtered out because it wasn't a great crowd. But this band called Bended Light went on after this rainstorm. They were an incredible, like, a great jam band in their own. They had some really amazing originals, but they were just a great, almost a Dead Fish cover, but their own kind of jam band. They were fantastic to watch. I will also post a video of them, a 30-second video. We're trying to get them to come to a brewery up here. They said they would travel up here for a very nominal fee, which I'm not going to mention their fee, but it involves trade and not cash. But they'll come up and hang out. They were a super amazing band. They were really great to watch and listen to. So hopefully Bended Light makes it up this way again. Maybe at a block party or something. We'll see what happens. We're working on it. And that closed out our night when we were done at Hardywood.
And shockingly, that night we ended up at the Answer for dinner.
No.
Yeah.
Crazy town. And this was our last night.
Last night.
I had been told by so many people how amazing, what's it called? Wake and
Bake.
The Wake and Bacon was. It's fried rice with
bacon
eggs and bacon. And people order like Wake and Bacon, triple egg, quadruple bacon, 4 chicken, and a shrimp. Like they order this crazy different Wake and Bacons. And I was waiting until Saturday night. The finale. I was going to go out. I was going to eat my dinner, my amazing Wake and Bacon dinner on Saturday night. So we left. We get there Saturday night. I sit down at the table. Well, there was a ton of people there before us.
Yep. I was sitting at the table eating my bowl of Wake and Bacon.
He was eating Wake and Bacon. I sit down next to him. Like the server came around. I'm like, look, man, Wake and Bacon. Yeah, baby. And I want like double bacon. And can you do shrimp? Because I want a ton of shrimp in there. Like, just do it up. And he's like, oh, yeah, we're all out of rice. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? I watched everyone eat this and love this for 3 days. And you're going to tell me you're out of rice? Out of rice?
He should have ordered it on Thursday or Friday. He waited till Saturday.
So thankfully, B's not the jerk that he looks he always is. I got to eat his leftover rice out of his leftovers container. It was really good. It did make it not terrible, but man, what an amazing couple days, and then just crushed, just smashed. No rice.
Tom had a struggle with food that weekend. We're going to get into that in a second.
I did have a hard time with food that weekend. All right.
I also had a hard time with food, but his was different.
It's time for the fourth beer of the night.
Crack it.
It's already cracked, sir.
Oh.
It is called. It's by Imprint Brewing Company. We are fans of those guys. This is Noire Hues a la mode. Noire Hues is one of my absolute favorites berry mixes that they've ever done. One of the best beers they ever made. This time they made it in an a la mode version, which is like the ice cream flavor. So let's see how this pours. I'm sure it's going to be crystal clear and look like beer. Yep, exactly as I thought. This is like milkshake in a can. Blackberry, black cherry, and black currant. It is rated 4.42 on UnTappd. Smells like heaven. I'll tell you what, it smells amazing. It smells absolutely
fantabulous.
Incredible. All right, here. Oh, you're drinking out of the Gillish glass.
I did.
Very nice.
I did. I had to switch it up a little bit because
no problem.
I needed to move on. I love this glass, but it's not taster size. I don't know what I was thinking. I got a little crazy.
Size, yeah.
All right.
Are we going long, Nate? You're standing up. We must be pushing it. What are we at here?
Close to 60 minutes.
All right, we need to accelerate things.
Ooh, that's good.
Good on you.
Ooh, nice.
I mean, I'm not objective when it comes to this brewery, but God, that's good.
It's not a smoothie. Smoothies are often much sweeter. This is a really nice balance. Whoa. Oh, I wish I would have bought more of that. That's really nice. Wow. That's real nice.
Yeah, it is. So next up, Tom, we need to roll through, and I guess according to Nate, we have to roll through rather quickly, the cast of characters we encountered down in Richmond, Virginia.
You can't make this shit up.
So
you can't do it.
First of all, let's talk about the crew. Obviously, you and I. You saw on the first picture, we had Maddie K. Lasers and James in the back, right? Mm-hmm. And then Petrov joined us. We had two Jeremys.
Jeremy Simon. Jeremy Love You.
And the Kernicks.
The Kernicks. Is that it? Is that a whole group?
That was
Simon,
the crew.
Petrov. Yeah, that was it.
And then we had... we had supporting characters enter the story.
Oh, yeah. There was Stabby Matt.
Stabby Matt. We're going to save that story for another episode, okay?
We met a guy. His name wasn't Stabby Matt until he stabbed himself.
And then he became Stabby Matt.
And then we named him Stabby Matt.
We had
pretty viciously.
A couple share people that we encountered.
Mm-hmm. Some share characters.
I don't know. Let's just call him Mr. Mead to be the best at everything.
Ooh, okay. Sounds nice.
Yeah. And his friend who was a really cool dude.
Yeah, that guy was nice. Yeah.
And then there's that other guy that came late. I don't even remember him. Brought his girlfriend.
Yeah.
He's the reason I left.
Came to the share with nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was that guy. Came to a stranger's house to a share with nothing to share. Just came and drank.
Then there was the girl we met at the Answer who wouldn't leave.
Yeah. She was a very nice lady.
Very nice lady.
Very nice lady.
And did I miss anybody?
Do we count the lady at Zaxby's as a character?
Absolutely, we count her.
On the night of the share, it was 9:00, right? It was getting late. Zaxby's closes at 10.
So we can close off our cast of characters with her, and then roll right into this next part. And I'm just going to sit back and let you talk about what we refer to as the Virginia chicken incident.
No chicken, no money, no beer is where that's going to end.
I'm actually swinging around. I'm just gonna sit back and I'm just gonna enjoy the show.
So Zaxby's closes. Zaxby's is walking distance from our house.
It's across
also.
the street.
And I've heard nothing about how the best chicken fingers you'll ever have in your life. You gotta get them. They're incredible.
Who did that come from?
Okay.
Did I come?
Maddie K. Lasers.
All right, of course.
So anyway, best chicken fingers ever. It was like 9 o'clock. They closed at 10. So I'm like, guys, it's 9 o'clock. We gotta make a Zaxby's order. Let's order this. I'll pay for it. I'll make this huge order, like tons of chicken fingers, and bring it in and just drop it on the share table. Be like, chicken fingers for everybody. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So I go online. I do the whole online order thing. Order like $50 worth of chicken fingers, which is a lot of chicken fingers. All kinds of sides. Just go to town. All kinds of sauces. So I'm like, all right, guys. Let's fill up our glasses, and we're gonna walk over to Zaxby's and pick it up.
I think Petrov was your wingman.
Yeah, it was me, Petrov, and I think Keen was...
No, he didn't go.
No,
it's just you and Petrov.
No, Kernick was with me
Did
too.
he
I
go?
think. Yeah, I think it was just me and Petrov. It was somebody else.
All right.
So this is why I write stuff down, because it all gets a little blurry, right? Yeah. So we walk over to Zaxby's, and the moment we enter the parking lot, we're a good, I don't know, 30 feet from the front door, from the side door to enter, and we heard, "Are you coming here?" What? So we just keep walking. "Are you coming here?" We're like, are we being spoken to? Like, we're just talking into the air. Like, are you talking to us? Yeah, are you coming here?
Had you hit the parking lot, or are you still in the street?
We were just in the parking lot. We're like, we're going to Zaxby's. I made an order. We're closed. No, you're not. I made an order on my phone. It says 10 o'clock. I paid for it. I got charged. I'm here to pick it up. It says it's ready on my phone right here. We're closed. I already threw all the food away. It's in the dumpster. Okay. Can I get it out of the dumpster? Or, like, what? Can I get my money back? You can't have your money back. Okay. Well, I've been charged. It says you're open, and I'd like my food or my money back. And then Petrov was like, what if we give you a beer? If we give you a beer, can we have some food?
That was excellent. That was a very Petrov face you made.
Right.
And my favorite part of the story is coming up now.
Maybe if you give me a beer. So somehow Matt gave her my beer. and she takes it and, nope, no chicken. We're closed. How am I going to get my money back? I'll write your name down. You can go back tomorrow. Like, well, we're having a party. Oh, yeah, we threw your food in the trash. We're having a party. There's a ton of people at the house waiting on chicken. And I ordered it, and they took the order, and it says it's ready. Like, I got the message that said the food is ready. Can I have my food? Not until tomorrow. So we just turned around, defeated, and went back.
So let me recap this. As you're leaving the parking lot.
Yeah.
No chicken. Mm-mm. No money.
No money.
No beer.
No beer.
Nothing. You're out 3 strikes, buddy.
Luckily, he's the best negotiator. Luckily, I was like, whatever. It's on my credit card, so I can just charge back. I can just say it was, fraudulently charged, whatever. So the next morning, I woke up.
It was the best story Saturday night. It was
a good story on Saturday. The next morning, I woke up and I was like, this isn't right. I'm going to contact Zaxby's. So I emailed Zaxby's. I'm like, this is what happened. No lie. Within 15 minutes, someone calls me. This is not the way Zaxby's does business. Could you please tell this story to me again? So I told the whole story again. And the guy was like, I think I know who you're talking about. This is not the way it happens. Look, I'm going to give you your money back. If you will go back to Zaxby's later today, we'll give you your money back. We'll give you all your chicken. Because that's not the way Zaxby's works. And I was like, okay, we'll do that. So we went back. It was super uncomfortable. A few other people went back. We got all the chicken. We got the money.
Didn't get any beer.
No, the beer was coming. But we got all our money back and we got all our chicken back. So in the end, Zaxby's took care of us.
Yeah, Zach Zaxby stepped up to the plate and made it right.
CEO, Zach Zaxby. Yeah. No lie, his name is actually Zach. We looked it up. can't make that shit up. Yeah, he gave us our money.
And it gave us a story to tell for eons.
All the chicken and all the money. That's what it turned into. So I'm going to make a shirt that says, all the chicken, all the money. It was good chicken. It was all right. It wasn't worth waiting 24 hours for. 12 hours.
We have one more beer.
We do, sir. Are you able to do this? Are we going too long? Should we cut it short?
Power out. Do this? Knock it out. Do it.
All right.
We need a rinse.
I need a rinse because this is going to be a special beer and you're going to love it, B.
I love special beers.
This beer was sent to me by a friend who wanted us to try it on the show.
Oh, another present?
Yeah. How about it, man?
Jeez.
Yeah, we're in the big time. This is it's a limited edition from Woodland Farms, and it is called Lonesome Whistle Scream. It is a chocolate vanilla bourbon coffee porter. How about that right there?
Wow, that's a mouthful.
Chocolate vanilla bourbon coffee porter. Now,
That's a mouthful of chicken.
Fun fact about Woodland Farms Brewery. They call themselves a farm brewery, but they're in a strip mall.
Interesting.
There's water in there. The family owns the farm and sold it to their neighbors. So they use the name Woodland Farms, even though their neighbors run the farm. It is a working dairy farm. I'm sorry, hiccups. It's a working dairy farm. And they also decided we're not going to put the brewery at the farm, even though that would be pretty cool, but it's a working dairy farm. And they don't smell that great. So they decided against that. So all the grain does go to the
You don't like smelling the poopy while you drink beer?
No. Nope, I can't think of one time when I do.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. Last pour for a super long show tonight.
But you missed us, so it's okay.
Look at that. That looks like a brown ale to me.
Which is a close cousin of a porter.
True.
Oh, it looks like a Coke.
There we go. I'm going to be honest. The last two reviews said, I wish it hadn't exploded when I opened it.
Ooh, well, so we're already on top of... Now, I did a hard pour, and I got a little bit more head.
Mine's been refrigerated the whole time, so... It smells delightful. I like it. I'd like a little more barrel.
I need more body.
Yeah, a little more bourbon. But I get the vanilla, I get the coffee. I just want a little more bourbon. No chocolate. Mm-mm. Well, I think that we have hit the record for the longest episode.
Yeah, sorry about that. We just had so much to talk about with Richmond, and that's only half of what we wanted to cover.
It's only half of our notes. It's only half. The other half.
Right, so at this point, look, you're watching us on YouTube, the Facebook group, Low Expectations, Instagram, Aim Lowest. You know where we live. You know where we're at. Come check us out. YouTube, like, subscribe. Also, oh, okay.
Buy a glass.
How many? Not many.
I found about a half a box back there. So I think we have like 12 glasses.
A dozen left.
Yeah. Buy a
dozen
glass.
left. Yeah.
If you don't have one, please buy a glass.
Yeah, join the crew.
They have a beautiful ass on the bottom. So while you're drinking, you forget it's there, and then
it's a shocking little surprise every single time. Come out and join us August 14th, and then in the next few weeks we have some more field trips to announce because believe it or not, Tom, there are people that want us to come hang out with them. Amazing. So, sir, thank you for curating tonight's episode. I appreciate that.
That was a good time.
I'm glad to recap you guys for joining us here at the Low Expectations Studio. It's been a minute since we were live. Once again, in the mix, light, and sound, did a fabulous job as always.
Did you see that crazy equipment that he's got?
Yeah, it's crazy. I know, it's crazy. And we hope you're all having a great summer. And stay tuned. Lots of fun stuff coming up.
We will see you soon.
Cheers.
Keep posting on the page and have fun. Good night.
Good night.